want to stay in Marshall County for just a little bit longer.
And we welcome the Chief Sales and Marketing Officer for Main Street Family Care, Betsy Stewart, onto the show. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon.
Good afternoon. Thanks for having me.
Betsy, how many tests have you completed so far, and what is the current turnaround time?
Certainly. Statewide, we've tested about 1,500 people, but in northern Alabama and Marshall County, that number is only about 100. We are seeing a turnaround time of 2 to 3 days to get those results back from our lab.
And now, have you had to be more selective in testing, or do you have enough supplies to test everyone that doctors want you to test?
We are having to be selective and follow CDC recommendations as far as who we can test. If you know you've been exposed to somebody, you can be tested without symptoms. But for other criteria, as far as having underlying conditions or being a healthcare frontline worker, we are limiting those tests to those with symptoms.
Betsy, right now, health officials tell us that Marshall County is the big hot spot. Are you taking any additional precautions, or have you guys had to because of that issue?
Statewide, in all of our clinics, we are taking precautions of providing our staff with PPE and offering patients the options to wait in their car. And in addition, any patient who comes in with respiratory symptoms will be given a mask if they aren't already wearing one, so that we can reduce that spread among our clinic.
And at this point, are you working with any county agencies in case the number of cases shoots up or spikes?
We are reporting all of our positive cases to the state authorities as we need to. Mostly right now, we are actually working with our labs to really expand that testing. We are hopeful to roll out the blood antibody test early next week and be able to offer that to employers who are considering reopening to perform a viral and antibody swab on any employees considering returning to work.
According to the latest state data, about 1 out of every 4 people tested for coronavirus in Marshall County are testing positive. Have you noticed a similar trend?
Right now, we are seeing about 8 to 9% of patients tested are reported positive. So we're seeing slightly lower than that, but that could certainly change as we expand our testing.
Betsy, thank you so much for your time this afternoon.
Of course.